Hi everyone, we're here. In Thailand, the MotoGP World Championship is about to start. But last week, the Superbike kicked off in Australia. And Gigi, I'd say it couldn't have gone any better.
No, I would say it was indeed truly a weekend to remember for us as an official team, but for Ducati in general, in short, because our satellite teams also did really well.
Boliga, fantastic. I think he made a big step forward, both from a technical point of view, but also I think from a mental one. I see him really perfect on the bike. Mentally, he seems completely in sync with this Panigale. Come on, you've managed to revive, to talk about a great talent that had kind of gotten lost along the way. And now, I think it's a great pride.
Nicolo did really well. He was fantastic. I have to say, he spoke to us right after, and he said that the feeling he has with the bike is really, it's incredible. He's never had it like this before. Last year, he was a rookie and he won at Phillip Island with just one more year of experience. It's clear that normally everything goes better. He did an excellent job, he and his team, and I really have to compliment them.
And then there's Bautista, in my opinion, after the difficulties of last year. It's a shame about the Super Sport race. But in race 2, it was really an all-out attack, starting from the back, from the 4th row. I mean, Alvaro showed that the wrist is still doing great.
I would say yes, he was a bit worried. After the first test before Australia, but also because, well, we really managed to do too little testing. In Australia, on the other hand, he had a really nice test. He also managed to find the right feeling with the bike. And it was a build-up because race 2 definitely showed some beautiful things. He made an amazing comeback. Wonderful. So let's hope to keep it up. It won't be easy because Australia is a circuit that particularly favors us. So I think we need to keep our feet on the ground and see what happens in the other races. But yes, the debut was beautiful.
Gigi, Ducati is celebrating, Bulega is celebrating, everything's great. But on the other side, there are those who aren't celebrating much. Then let's say that Toprak is with BMW, Toprak who, after qualifying in 2nd place, he had a super pro race. It didn't end very well. Then the retirement in race 2. Toprak left very broken. He even used some pretty strong words, saying that this is a Ducati Cup, referring to the 6 Ducatis in race 2. And that, well, if this is going to be the script for the championship, I'm not going to hold back too much here.
First of all, I have a huge amount of respect for you, for Asgadioglu, because he had a wonderful season last year, winning 13 races in a row. And last year, it was really a BMW Cup, in the sense that he dominated from start to finish. As always, things in racing can change. I don't believe it's a Ducati Cup, rather. Definitely, we have an absolutely incredible lineup of riders. I have to say that just like in MotoGP and Superbike, we don't give away bikes. If there are teams coming to us, it's because our package is probably one of the best on the grid, both from an economic standpoint and in terms of performance. I have to say that there have been some teams, particularly one that changed jerseys, moving from BMW to Ducati. It probably means that we manage the satellite teams better, but I don't think that's a fault. On the contrary, from the championship's perspective, I believe it's an advantage, and that's what the organizer asks of us, both in MotoGP and in Superbike. In short, if there are competitive races, I believe it's also thanks to Ducati that it can provide not only to the official teams, but to the entire starting grid, a bike that matches the championship.
Overall, yeah, it was a nice weekend for Andrea Iannone too, who gave us a great interview there before the race. He said, me and Gigi, even if we don't talk, we're telepathic. From Andrea, what are you expecting? Considering that for next year, he would like a kind of a factory team, let's say. I think that's his idea. Rightly so, after 2 years with Go 11, who are doing a great job, by really the Ramello team. But Andrea has this ambition to have a factory team next.
Let's say that anyway. I mean, that we gave him the opportunity to return to high-level races. We also gave him the chance to try the MotoGP last year. So, I mean, it's clear that our respect for him, I believe we've shown that. But what will happen next year, it's hard to say. We're at the beginning of the season and we'll see how it develops. For sure, Andrea. As he has always said, he is a crystal clear talent and he is a rider to whom Ducati and I. In short, we owe a lot to him for helping us grow in MotoGP, and you know, he deserves a bit of recognition.
The last things, because I know it's a beautiful, intense, fiery Thursday, and soon we'll also see the new Panigale V4. We talked with Zan Benedetti, who I think is really great job. He's doing a fantastic job over there. I tell him he's your right-hand man in Superbike, but he doesn't want to, because then he says, no, don't say that.
Absolutely, he is my right-hand man in an important championship like Superbike, and I have to say he is doing a fantastic job.
And what should we expect from the new Panigale V4? That, in my opinion,
let's say that I believe we will raise the bar a bit more, that's for sure, but as we always do, we try to put the best possible technology into our street bikes, and what that we learn in racing. If we had been BMW instead of BMW, we definitely would have used last season's frame on the street bike, because we want to give all our customers the best bike possible. It's in the philosophy and DNA of Ducati.
Last few things. Here, MotoGP is also starting, and everyone is looking forward to this great challenge, Marquez and Bagnaia. I think you're also anticipating it with great excitement. What do you expect from these two great champions?
The first race is always a bit of an unknown. It's always a bit like saying, even though we just did the tests always risk being just an end in themselves. And only in the race do we see the true potential of all our competitors. We definitely have two riders, probably, actually, definitely the two best riders on the MotoGP starting grid. So the expectations are high. Then what will happen, we'll see it on Sunday.
All right, Gigi, look, I thank you. Now give us the latest on the engine that has been so much discussed. You can do it, give it to her. Let's ask Laura, who has the new press release. Come on, let's make this the standard. In the end, you also deliberated on the engine discussion, considering also the discussion about the regulatory changes that will happen throughout 2027.
As I've always said, we had to be very cautious with the developments we introduced this year, because we were starting from a very solid base, actually, I would say excellent. And so I'm someone who likes to take risks, but risks should be taken when necessary, not when. So they aren't needed. In agreement with the riders, we chose a conservative path. And honestly, I'm happy with the choice we made.
Gigi, I thank you. You've been really kind to dedicate your time to us. I know that today is a beautiful, tough Thursday. So thank you very much. And have a great championship, everyone.
Hello, everyone. And nothing. We hope to have you as fans both in MotoGP and in Superbike. A shout out to everyone, all right? Thank you very much, Gigi. Bye.